Hello once again, guys. I just discovered something else when it comes to Hellbat, and I've returned him to the default arm mode to prove a point. Is that this joint here has always been completely useless for a second elbow. Oop. I just untapped something. But it bends this far, and then the other elbow here just always 90, and the best range you can get is if you ignore this elbow and then just bend it 90. But the issue with this elbow is, if you see here, the ratchets end right here. So there's this dead zone without ratchets. And guess what? You give him the staff, which isn't even at its full weight, because I don't have, Guy Hawk. Guess what? It droops. It just droops. It droops. So you always end up with just this much range, and even adding this elbow, which is super stiff, you only just get barely past 90 in the default arm mode. But I've discovered something. Now, let's rip that out. Straighten out the arm. Rip this off. If you wiggle this loose to untab it, untab the legs and untab these panels, and just extend the hips just a little bit, but just barely push up. Like pushing the hips in, rotate it at 45 degrees, and use this extended bit out to act as a catch for the knee pad, because that means that leg is done. And then the same side over here, rotate it 45 degrees, push in, where the thigh stop by this, tab everything back in, including these panels here, tab everything in, and guess what? Re-add this as, guess what? You now A, made the arm slightly longer, but B, gained an extra joint here, because now you can use the hips, which they're so strong. Guess what? They don't droop when holding this. And best of all, if you get the arm out of the way, look at this deep knee bend you can get finally. You can finally access most of this. And this is extra amplified in my fan mode for the arm. So let me do that real quick. Bring these out, extend all this, flip flop. Bring this out 45 degrees. Have the arms in. Get all this lined up. Get this locked in. Because now, you can bend this arm, and using the ratchet, look how deep of an elbow bend you can get. Get this deep of an elbow bend while using the shoulder. And not only does it help extend the arms just a bit, which, in my opinion, let me get liokiaser in here, which actually I think helps with the proportions of liokiaser, because his arm always looked a tad short no matter what you lets you not only get this much outward movement, but get this ridiculous elbow bend. So this not only improves articulation, but I feel like proves aesthetics, because Now, his elbow joint is right here instead of being here and here, which looks stupid. So now, you have a defined bicep, shoulder, and forearm instead of everything getting mixed together. Okay. And once again, this should work on Guy-Hawk because him and Hellbat's legs are literally transformed identically. So yeah. And even without using that joint here, look how deep of a knee bend you can get out of this arm. Now, I will say there is only one small drawback. Oop. You can do that if you're not careful. But all you have to do to readjust it, if you do that, is just press on these panels here. And yeah, it'll just get everything back in order. So yeah. That's once again my other fan mode to get an actual good double jointed elbow on your liokiaser.